Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you guys are enjoying the content that we're throwing up. And make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoy the video. And yeah, let's begin. What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and today in our Beyond Omega Level series, we are tackling a character that is without a doubt one of the strongest entities in the Marvel Universe, also known as Abraxas. So as we do in these videos, let's go into the origin of Abraxas and then go over what his powers and abilities are. So Abraxas was created by Jeff Loeb and Kevin Maguire and first appeared in Fantastic Four Annual in 2001. Now in this issue, we see the Fantastic Four gathered around what appears to be the head of Galactus that has landed in the middle of Times Square. Now Reed Richards quickly determines, however, that this is not the Galactus they know and concludes that it must be some alternate universe version of him that has basically been murdered. Now when they look inside Galactus' severed head, Reed and Ben find Nova, a former herald of Galactus, in a comatose state. Now keep in mind, this is not Nova as in a member of the Nova Corps, but an ex-girlfriend of Johnny Storm named Frankie Ray, who had agreed to become a herald of Galactus to save the Earth. Now to find out what's going on, the Fantastic Four journey to the blue area of the moon to consult Uatu the Watcher, who much to their surprise, has no memory of who Galactus is. Now when the Fantastic Four return to Earth, they find alternate universe versions of Marvel superheroes ready to meet them in battle, and Nova, who's awakened from her coma and escaped from confinement. Now Nova starts yelling about needing to destroy the world as Galactus would because multiverses are mixing and reality is folding in on itself, which she says will bring about Abraxas. Now in the midst of the battle, Reed Richards and an alternate universe version of Dr. Druid are taken into space by Captain Universe, who explains the origin of the cosmic abstract eternity and informs them that the balance between chaos and order in the multiverse has been upset before, taking them before a mysterious cosmic entity standing in front of a pile of dead Galactuses. Now the entity identifies himself as Abraxas and sends Reed and Dr. Druid back to Earth and places a warning in the sky that reads, "I am coming," in fiery letters. And it's here that we get our first idea of Abraxas' powers, as Reed explains that he is a being with godlike powers, to whom bending reality means absolutely nothing. Furthermore, Reed explains that it will take the entire combined strength of all the heroes to battle him. How he knows this after seeing Abraxas for only a few seconds is not something that's really explained, but I guess we'll kind of go with it because, you know, comic books. But later on, we learn from the Omniversal Guardian Roma that Abraxas has always existed within the core of Eternity, and in contrast to Eternity, who is the embodiment of creation, Abraxas is the embodiment of destruction. We also learn that to keep Abraxas in check, Eternity created a Galactus in every universe, and when one of those versions of Galactus dies, the doors of the multiverse become unhinged, giving Abraxas his opportunity to basically destroy everything. Now as the Fantastic Four and their allies battle Abraxas, who by this time has also acquired the ultimate Nullifier, it becomes clear they cannot defeat them on their own. And so Franklin Richards uses every bit of his power to bring Galactus back into existence. And since the ultimate Nullifier is a part of Galactus himself, who's able to take it from Abraxas, and as a to-do battle, it winds up in the hands of Reed Richards, who uses it to destroy the multiverse so that it can be remade. And surprisingly, this one encounter with the Fantastic Four, which spanned a total of 5 issues, is the only time we've ever seen Abraxas in Marvel Comics. Now what this means is that we have a limited number of appearances, and therefore a limited number of feats to draw from in determining what Abraxas' powers are. But one thing we do know is that Abraxas has managed to kill several different versions of Galactus from various universes. Now since we know how powerful Galactus is, the fact that Abraxas was able to kill enough of them to create a pile of corpses is a testament to how powerful he is. Furthermore, we have the statement by Reed Richards that reality warping is an effortless task for Abraxas. Now if you've watched many of our Beyond Omega level videos, you'll realize that reality warping is probably the most powerful ability that any character can possess, as it allows them to literally imagine whatever they want into existence. And given the fact that Abraxas is a multiversal entity, this means that he's able to manipulate reality in more than one universe, which would place him among the strongest reality warpers in Marvel Comics. Now due to how sparingly Abraxas has been used, much of his power level is implied instead of proven by feats. But being a cosmic abstract, we know that his power is virtually limitless and that he is nearly omnipotent. And although we haven't seen him do much, we know that he is capable of universal destruction because the prospect of what Abraxas would do if he wasn't stopped was so frightening for Reed Richards that he was willing to use the ultimate Nullifier to destroy all of reality to stop it from coming to pass. Now this decision by Reed lets us know that he did not see any pathway to victory over Abraxas, even with Galactus having been resurrected. Now with one of the most brilliant brilliant minds in the Marvel Universe making the determination that no combination of heroes would be able to take down Abraxas, so we might as well blow up all of reality, tells us that Abraxas represents a greater threat to the Marvel multiverse than had ever been faced up to that point. And honestly guys, that's pretty much all there is to his character. I know this is going to be a shorter video than we normally have, but it's just because there's such a limited number of appearances to go on here. And really, that makes sense if this is a guy that requires ending the multiverse and remaking it to basically defeat him. And so you can't really use a character that's going to require such a drastic measure to be taken every time he shows up. But still, I'm surprised that at some point in the nearly 2 decades since he was introduced, no one has tried to use him in any of the stories so far. Nevertheless, if we're going to make a series of videos that feature the strongest characters in comics, Abraxas has to be included on that list. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to an end. If you are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like, and I will catch you all later. Peace.